Hello and welcome to another episode of the Electric Norwegian. I'm Matt. Now I'm really nervous. So we're gonna go now to Drammen to pick up a new car. Leave this where I picked it up 2 years ago. We're gonna pick up a brand new standard range plus from China. The fun thing is this has the VIN number of what does it say exactly? 221812. The new one has a chassis number in the similar region. So no million chassis number for me. Which I probably would have gotten closer to that if I got from Fremont, but such is life. This car is, the tires are moving about, but as you can see, it's one of the best cars I think I've ever come across. And it seems that the 2019 models are very, very well put together. Most of them anyway. The paint is nice on them. At least it doesn't fall off. Some of the new China cars, it seems the paint is falling off. Okay, there was a bit of road noise in it, but other than that, it's mostly very, very good. You have the rubberized buttons on the steering wheel, which is perfect to use. You have play, pause, next, track, skip and all that on one button. Instead of having 20 buttons on the steering wheel like everybody else has. And they can't allow you to play and pause like you can here, so you don't have to stretch and muck about. And, you know, and you have, since it's a wheel or a circle, a ball really, you have volume control is so much more natural and quick, so twiddling around with a button. And the power of this, the last time I will feel this intense, effortless power that this car can provide. It's my own fault because I'm buying a standard range plus and not a new long range, but I don't need a long range in my life. The new SR Plus will give me about the same range as this one, which is around 400 kilometers, 300 to 400 kilometers, which is about what I've been getting out of this all the time. Maybe a little bit less in some instances, but that's fine. At the same time, it will be lighter, it will be use less energy than this one, it would feel like a more modern car. It will feel more German in a way because of all the small improvements they've done over the last 2 years after all. God, this thing is quick. And sure, there are panel gaps that could have been better, and they are much better on the new car. At least all signs tell that the Chinese cars are better put together than these. But I've never been bothered by the panel gaps in the first place. So there you have it. I will miss this thing. It's gone 61,000 kilometers now. The seats are as good as new. The textile floor mats just work. Winter, summer, doesn't matter. They're brilliant. And if you drive without shoes, like I used to do, then nice to have something soft on your feet. I found 3 big bags, as you can see on the picture, of stuff just lying around in the center here, at the front, and in the well in the back. The boot as such was empty. All of it was just around it. There's so much room in this car, and with the door pockets. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a bit of a TARDIS sometimes. That's 3 big bags, and you don't really notice you're carrying it around it. Had this been any other car, you really would have seen, where is all this stuff coming from, you know? Would a new long range be a better real long range option? Yes, without a single doubt. And there we have the most efficient car, the Ioniq. I will really miss this thing. I miss the power and the sheer effortlessness of it. And all the travels we've done, we've been everywhere with this. But there will be new travels to come. And they're opening the borders now. And the world is once again looking on the up and up. At least on the mend. Oh no! The road is closed, so we have to go through Oslo. That changes everything. Well, I have an overhead of around 35 minutes, so yeah, that's a good thing I left early at work. Because I didn't know this. I was planning to go to the tunnel, but I can't. Oh well. Consumption is 216. Average consumption has fallen one bit. Now it is no. Lifetime consumption has fallen. It was 189. Now it's 188. 61,956 kilometers. In 2 years, for 3 months and 10 days, roughly. Yeah. Enjoying it the last trip. This rain has been reduced to a drizzle as well. That's a good thing. That's good for my consumption. Our car is now really routed me, and we're losing 10 minutes going around instead of going through the tunnel. So that's not bad at all. All is good. All is good. Reports estimation about 16. It reports arrival with 16%. We have 32% left, and an average of 192 watt-hours per kilometer. There we are then. The Contara on the door side, the white. It's full of... Oh well, I can clean that off later. Wow, look at this thing. Brand new. And the red and the contrast and oh, I love this thing. And this is disinfected. Look. Oh yes. Yes. Now it's only getting this thing set up. Get on the app and get this thing up and running. Yeah, there's a lot less mid-range punch on this one compared to the car I just left behind. But there's so much less noise in there. Steering wheel is new. It's not leather anymore. It's non-cow. It's white things here. Also the aluminium is continued, or the plastic as well. And that looks okay. Yeah, not my cup of tea, but it is what it is. Let's get to the nearest supercharger and get some power into this thing. That's no problem. That's not a good thing. We ran out of power already. Okay. I will forever miss the mid-range punch of the long range, because this is not a slow car. But it doesn't hold a candle throughout the LR can do. I know it's on 15% now, and you know, straight up to almost 100. That's not bad for 5 minutes driving. And this now, you know. Oh look, the petrol now covers that. It didn't do that. And wait a moment. This is an SR Plus. It comes with floor mats. I didn't think it did. But apparently this one does. And the door. Oh. Feeling of them is entirely different. They're much lighter now. Yeah, sorry, the camera ran out of power again. I thought I'd charged it, but apparently not enough. Now it is charged though. We've had, let's go see, lifetime consumption, 147. I mean, it had 177, I was driving up to the supercharger, and then I had maybe 4 kilometers and I got it, so yeah, you know. I've charged it a few times already. I charged it at the supercharger at Lee. from about 10% to I think 55 or something in around 10 minutes. Okay, I don't see 250 kilowatt again, ever again. But this is and on the way home, I always bang on about the Ioniq being the most efficient car the world has ever seen, and it is. But I wonder if this is not far off. Because on the way through Oslo, we were running through Q, we were running sub 100 watt hours. We were running 88 and stuff. That's like, what? And we were cruising down the motorway at the 100 kilometer, 120 kilometers. We were doing 111, 112. This is just crazy how efficient this car is. So, that's the Soul, my first EV. And now we're here. 5 years later, we're in my second Tesla. I'm so impressed. It's full of little details. The old say is much quieter than the old one. And I don't think there's a subwoofer in the sound system here. But you do have the immersive sound with the speakers in the A pillars. I don't know if it's the double glazing. I think they've done something here as well that does it, or Tesla have changed their tweeters and stuff, the elements. But I feel here the sound, it's clearer and more high definition of it. But that could be because there's less noise in the cabin, that you just hear more of it. That's an option. For 250,000 NOK. The Audi I drove last weekend, the Q4, that costs 400 as a reference. So this is the second day of ownership. I just told the car to navigate to Berlin, the Gigafactory Berlin, and it actually found it, Gigafactory 4, Berlin Brandenburg, Tesla Strasse. Fabulous. 1, 2, 3, 4 chargers. Charge stops. Now we have 100%, or we did have 100% in the morning. Now we have 98. What's fun is, if we go here, screen, and it says 416 kilometers. Right, what does the GOM say? The graph says 480 kilometers. This is an average of 111 watt hours per kilometer, which is stupefyingly little consumption. I mean, very low consumption. But that means that if you drive this thing carefully, the range of this, real world range of this, is just about the same as my old long range, which is absurd. So we drove 300 kilometers yesterday, well, almost anyway. And I can report that this car is not as quick as my old car. I knew that when I bought it. What does that mean? Well, it means that you have to use more of the car more of the time, which is in some ways a good thing. It's a bit like when James May reviewed the X300, the Jag XJ, with the V6 engine. He said, it's not as quick as the V8 motors, but all it asks of you is push the pedal a little bit harder from time to time, and that's sort of it. But listen, it's really quiet in here. Really quiet. Do I miss the subwoofer? A bit, but yeah, I can live with that. I can try and figure out if I can, and if it's possible to maybe mount something else later. Because I do think the wiring harness is still there. The voice control system, which has been the best in the world for the time being, has become crap because, well, it's a bit better today. Yesterday it couldn't do anything. It just mucked up and didn't do half of what I asked for. Today it's a bit better, so I guess that's just it's a new car, and that maybe a few things have to just settle first. I don't know. Today it works, the nav works, and I can call up what I need to call up of podcasts and stuff. It does listen today. Yesterday I didn't do anything. Told it to navigate, it just brought up recent calls, which is completely stupid. The Alcantara, I like the Alcantara. It's pleasant to touch, and you don't have to worry about your door cards getting all mucky because they're not white anymore. Let's see. 136. Right. It's not bad, is it? This one reports 108. 108 running average. It's nigh on perfect weather today, though. It's 22 degrees. The steering feel is better in this car because it's uncorrupted from any interruptions in the front. As we mentioned yesterday, we weighed the car. It weighs 1,720 kilos. I think, and this is a strange one, the seat. Yeah, sit here. They become narrower, shorter. It feels like it because I have my legs haven't grown for many years, and I feel that they were a little bit longer before. But that's a very strange decision to make the thigh sort of seat pillow shorter. But that's very strange. I would rather have the extension here like the Germans have, because that's just fabulastic. So let's park here and give you a tour, shall we? Because as I mentioned, we have the contrast. Satin black, it really looks good. And this 235 45 18s Michelin Pilot Sport 4. They're brilliant tires, very quiet, very good. These are new here. But they've done some changes to the back here as well, I think. You see the back there, those holes, I think that's to get the sound through better. Other than that, it's the same old thing. You have USB-Cs here now, but that's old news, you know, we all know that. Let's just see, there's nothing new here. Nope. Because you have, but the finish of this, lines of it. I always say I don't give two cows about shut lines and stuff like that. I really don't, but it's just much, you can see it instantly. It's much more consistent now than it was in the old car. And that's nice, that's nice. Very nice. Of course you have your boot automatic. This, it's much a different feeling to it now. This is how it used to be. And then this is deeper and sort of more fluffy somehow. I don't know why, but that's how it is. And you have this strap here to, I think it's to in an emergency to get the charge cable out if it doesn't unlock. And then down here you have plastic. And that wasn't in the old car either. So yeah, they've done a lot of running changes in this thing. Very nice. And if you're wondering about the metal there, well, Porsche is the same thing. There's no difference there. You push and it closes. And I must say, I've always said that's a lazy man's thing, because this is a saloon car and you can close your own bloody boot. And you can, but, well, people being people, me included, it's very nice being lazy sometimes, isn't it? So that's it, I think I'll leave you there. I do love this thing, it's a brilliant car, and yeah, more tests are coming up. I have to test this thing, I have to run the loop with it, and give me a few months and I might even test the new headlights, because there's LED matrix on this. So that's here in the next one. Do comment, like, subscribe and all that good stuff. Take care out there. Bye bye.